Hey Hexicans, how's it going? David Feeder here, back at you with another tutorial video, and this is going to be on the TestNet for PulseChain, and there's a new expansion pack for Hedron, and it's called Icosa. So the website is Icosa, it's ICOSA .pro, and this is the website. It's got all the details, so you definitely go ahead and read that and enjoy. And then the website for the demo is, it's actually app.icosa.pro. So this brings you here to the testnet trial. So over here on the left hand side, we're going to go ahead and click on Icosa. And then it kind of shows us our wallet here. I don't have any Icosa. I've got a 10 million hedron, and we've got one untokenized HSI stake, which I'll show you in a little bit, and 0 tokenized. So there's really, we're going to click all the buttons. We'll go through everything. The first thing you can do is you can stake your Icosa, and if you do that, then you'll get more Icosa and hedron. And then the next thing you can do is you can stake your hedron, which will give you Icosa. And the next thing we can do here is you can buy an NFT that mints Icosa and hedron while you hold it. And then when you want all the money from inside of it, you burn the NFT. And then you get the hedron and Icosa you've been mining with it. And the longer you hold it, the more you make. So that'll be cool. That's cool. We're going to mint one of those. And then the last thing you can do is, if you don't have any Icosa but you want to get some, you can take a HEX stake that you made using hedron, and you can tokenize it into an NFT, and then you can send it to the Icosa smart contract and basically give it up, and in return you get Icosa. And then you're giving up your HEX stake for that. So we'll try it all. So let's go. First, we'll start with hedron staking. This is pretty simple. If you've already got HEX stakes and you're minting hedron, or you can buy some from the market, then you can come here and stake it. So what we'll do is, I do have some in this wallet, but I'm going to pretend you don't have some, and we're on the testnet. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go to PulseChain.com, and then you're going to scroll down, and we're going to go to the trading, which is this is the testnet version of PulseX exchange. And then we're going to basically buy some hedron. So I've already got 10 million. We'll buy another 5 million. All right, cool. So we'll swap some test pulse for hedron. Hopefully we should confirm pretty quick here, seeing as how we're on PulseChain. Oh, look at that, 3 seconds, perfect. So much faster than Ethereum. Awesome, all right, great. So now we've got a bunch of hedron. So let's go back to Icosa, and this is the hedron staking. So we're going to create a new hedron stake, and we're going to do 15 million. Awesome. And then I'm going to approve unlimited for myself, so that way I don't have to pay gas in the future to do more of these stakes. I can just keep adding hedron and not have to do this. If you want for a little extra security, or if you're only doing one stake, you can approve just the exact amount of hedron you want to put in, and it's kind of like a one-time thing. And then the smart contract can't spend any of your other hedron any other time. So I'm just going to do unlimited because I'll be doing more over time and just adding more, so it just saves me another step. Okay, so now we did our approval, and now we're going to go ahead and stake the hedron. All right, our first transaction was completed, and now we do this one. Now we're going to stake it. And then there are rules for how long. This is a little different than HEX. So for us, it's a minimum of 30 days that you have to wait. and then after that you can undo your stake, right? So it's a little, it's not quite like Hex, because in this one you can keep it going even after the 30 days and just let it ride. You don't have to unstake it if you don't want to. There's no maximum in Icosa to stake your hedron here, so you could just leave it and then come back years later, and then you've been mining the whole time. There's just minimums here. You have to do the minimum. The bigger you stake, if you're like a whale or a dolphin or a squid in hedron, if you have a lot of hedron, then this will be higher, and you'll actually get a bonus depending upon how much. So this is cool. All right, so that's it for staking hedron. That's staked. You can come back later and you can always add more to it, and then after 30 days you can end it. If you end it now, it is emergency unstaking. I think the penalties in this are even stricter than Hex, and you will lose. If I were to click that now, I'd lose everything. So careful with that. So this is kind of cool. This is We Are All the SA, which is the source address, which is like Hadron's version of the origin address, like in Hex. So what this is, we're going to mint an NFT. It's like a one-time thing. It's going to be for 14 days only. You're going to put your coins in. I think it accepts a Hex, USDC, Ethereum, bunch of stuff. And then you get an NFT. And the longer you hold that NFT, the more Icosa and Hedron you're mining in that NFT. And then when you want to cash out, then you burn the NFT. You come back here and give it up. And then you get the Hedron and Icosa. But it's one time only. Once you give up your NFT and you burn it, that's it. It's gone. It's never coming back. So there's only 14 days to join this pool when it comes out, and then that's it, forever, done. You'll have to buy other people's if you want to get one after the 14 days. So we're going to go ahead and mint one of these, and we're going to pick ours. So this on the testnet for PulseChain only accepts USDC. So actually, I did get some, but let's get some more just to show it off. So we're going to go to USDC, and we'll buy, I don't know, 500. And we'll swap that. So you can just come right here to PulseX, and you can just get, these are testnet coins. So you can go to there's a faucet for Pulse, and there's free pulse.io, and there's a bunch of ways to get free Pulse basically on the testnet. And perfect. Transaction ready. So we got 1,500 US dollar coins. So we're going to do 1500. You can only mint one NFT per wallet, so I'm just going to approve exact on this one. Just going to do one here. We're going to confirm the approval. And then once this transaction is complete, there we go. Now we mint our NFT. And there we go, confirmed. Let that cook for a sec. There we go. All right, great. So now we have it. So this is actually number 60 of all the ones minted. We minted it on day 154. Not sure where that started counting from. Maybe the beginning of Hedron, I think. From the day Hedron started, I think that is. We've got 1.5 B points. I'm not sure what that is. And the yields aren't, none of this is like how much you're going to get and what the yield is. It totally depends upon how many people participate, how many people mint these NFTs. It all depends on what people do. So there's no way to predict what's going to happen with prices and yields and all that stuff. It depends on how popular it is. So cool. So we got it. So later, after, for me, years and years and years, you come back and you click redeem your Icosa, and then you give up your NFT and you get all the mining. So that's awesome. So the other thing we can do here is, this is the HSI buyback. And a HSI is a HEX Stake instance. It's actually using Hedron website app. You can make a HEX Stake that's basically wrapped in a smart contract, kind of like a little jar that your HEX lives in. So we're going to go to a different website. It's hedron.pro. And as you can see, we're already connected to the PulseChain. There we go. So down below, just earlier, I made a hex stake here on the testnet, and we're going to do another one right now. I'll show you how to do it, because I think I've got some more hex here. Let's actually check the wallet. 0 hex. Oh, we don't have any hex. Let's get some more hex. Always a good time to buy hex. All right, so here's some hex. Let's do, I don't know, we'll do 500. Okay, so we got 500 hex. And then we're going to take this 500 hex. We're going to stake it 5555 using the Hedron website. Awesome, so that's all set. So let's go back to Hedron. Let's give it an F5, just to be sure, just to be safe. All right, cool. So right here, we're going to go to create a hex stake instance. Right, and then we're going to put in our 500 hex. We're going to do length of days, 5555, because that's all I do. And we're going to approve that. First, we have to do an approval for the 500. You could also do approve unlimited if you're going to make more hex stakes later, and then you don't have to do this step every time. It saves you a little bit of gas. But for this is my last one on this one. All right, so our approval is done. So we're going to stake the hex. I love how fast PulseChain is. Those transactions are so snappy. Because with Ethereum, at best, it's 15 seconds, and at worst, it could be minutes to a couple hours if the gas gets real bad. All right, awesome. There you go. All right, so cool. So we've got 2 hex stakes here, little 2 HSIs. And what we're going to, all right, so let's go back to here. So right here, it says there's no tokenized HSI encapsulated hex stake found. To tokenize your stakes, use the Hedron app. So yeah, we're not going to see anything here until we tokenize them, and we have to turn these into NFTs. So we're going to do that right here in the actions button, and then we're going to tokenize. And then explains how you're turning it into an NFT, and you can send your NFT and do whatever you want with it. So awesome. Let's go ahead and tokenize the first one, and then we'll tokenize the second one, and then we're gonna send them to the Icosa contract, and then we'll get some Icosa, and then we'll take that and we'll stake it, and then we'll earn more Icosa over time. So this is cool. I'm excited for this. All right, so that first one is tokenized, and now we're gonna do the second one. Okay. And I'll give credit to Alex too. Alex, he invented Hedron and Icosa. Other than the first use case I saw for NFTs that was actually useful was the .eth domain names. But Alex, since then, has created these HSI NFTs, these tokenized hex stakes. That was the first financial NFT that I'm aware of in the world, which is brilliant. And now with Icosa, we are all the SA NFTs that you hold and mine forever while you hold it. That's the second financial NFT I've ever seen. So yeah, kudos to him for making some cool stuff. All right, so back here on Icosa, under the HSI buyback, now you can see here's our 2 hex stakes that we've tokenized. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give them up, and we're going to send them into the contract here in exchange for Icosa. So I'm going to approve all, because we're going to do more than one. So we'll confirm the approval for sending all of the NFTs. It tells your stats here. This is going to be the 840th and how much you're going to get. All right, great. So we did our approval. So for this one, we're going to get 18 Icosa, and the other one, we're going to get 36. So let's sell the first one. We're going to sell this HSI stake for 18.17 Icosa. It was 500 hex, staked for 5555. Because you get a bonus. I think it's a 10% bonus if the hex stake was for 5555 days long. So that's pretty cool. All right, confirmed. That one is sold. And if we actually scroll to the top, you can see now Liquid Icosa, we've got that 18.17. So we gave up our HEX stake, we gave it away, and then we got Icosa in return. And then that HEX stake that we gave up, the Icosa smart contract is going to borrow all the hedron from it and not pay back the loan and let it default in the next 90 days. And then in 90 days, that HEX stake I just gave up is going to come up for auction back here on the Hedron website. You can go to Browse Liquidations, and when people don't pay back their hedron loans, if you go to the actions and you do like borrow, and you try to borrow from it, and so they get liquidated and then they go up for sale. So technically too, what I could do is I could have, if I had more hedron, I could come here and I could buy back my own stake using hedron. And then theoretically I could sell it again for Icosa and then buy it back for hedron, and you could recycle it this way every 90 days. There is a chance though, and I think a high probability that you may not win the auction. So I don't know if you're going to be able to buy back your own liquidated stake. It'll probably cost you a bit. I don't know if it's going to be worth it, to be honest, to buy them back. It also depends on the price of what Icosa is worth too. So a lot of factors there. All right, so let's sell the other one. All right, cool. So this is a pretty neat expansion pack for hedron here. The staking for the hedron itself will take it off market and make it more rare. So that's exciting. And then you can actually stake your Icosa too. All right, cool. So we did it. So we sold both of those HSI stakes. They're gone now. And now we're left with 54.5 Icosa. So now we're going to go here and we're going to stake our Icosa. And let me just copy paste the number. Let's go to the wallet. I want like decimals too. I don't want any spare change. Oh, that's right. This is the testnet, and I think Alex is making some upgrades. I have some old Icosa from like a few days ago. If that happened to you, you can come down here and you're going to exchange your Icosa for Icosa version 2 because he made like an upgrade. So you can see I've got 50 old version 1's Icosa. If you actually buy Icosa from here on, here it is. If you buy Icosa on PulseX right now, you're getting version 1. So you're going to have to do this to upgrade your coins to the latest version because I think he rolled out a new version of the smart contract. So we'll approve unlimited just in case I buy more from PulseX later. So that way, yeah, I don't have to waste any more gas. All right, so this will get upgraded to version 2, and then we can go up top and we can stake it. Yeah, it says this will turn your V1 testnet Icosa into version 2. So you must have made some kind of big patch. All right, cool. So that was approved, and now we're going to exchange. Now let's upgrade our tokens to the latest version. So this is a test. Obviously, this is where Alex is ironing out all the kinks and trying it out and working on it and stuff. So once it's on the Ethereum mainnet, you won't have to do this step. There shouldn't be an upgrade. He will have already figured everything out. So, all right, cool. So that's all set. Now, if we go back up here, let's actually refresh. Then we're going to create a new Icosa stake. Actually, let's go ahead and copy how much we have from our wallet. Got 104 and some change. Let's copy that. Create a new Icosa stake. Paste in our amount. And we're getting 465k points. Cool. All right. So this is cool. So this, while you're waiting and you have it staked, will also mine more Icosa and hedron. And the hedron and the Icosa that you're mining and getting comes from like burn fees and other people using it. So all the details are on the website for all that stuff. We're just clicking all the buttons in this tutorial. Cool. So it works. So this one, based on how much we put in, we're locked in for a minimum of 180 days. So that's interesting. Okay, that's cool. So you can't unstake after 180 days. We have to wait that long, and then and you could let it ride just to infinity, just like the hedron staking. You don't have to unstake. There's just a minimum. All right, so we staked our Icosa. That was pretty easy. We staked a bunch of hedron. Great. We bought a We Are All the SA NFT. Awesome. And we sold back some HSIs. That's it. We clicked every button on the app. That's it. We did everything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Come try it out in the testnet. If you just go to PulseChain.com, all the testnet links and settings are there. Get your MetaMask connected and try it out. So yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye, y'all.